Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku had an ice quirk called Jack Frost 17. We're gonna run some a brief update before we where we start off our story. Hopefully I could get this all this said before the 5 minute mark. So here we go. The, this channel has finally hit 9K. I want to thank everyone for continue showing support for this channel, and welcome to all the newcomers here. Now, because we hit 9K, I think it's 9K. Let me double check it. It's 9K. I just want to make sure. Now, I mentioned a little bit ago when I hit 9K, I would make a I guess it would be called a prequel to my What If Deku is a pure-blooded exile vampire. I'll make that probably this weekend, or sorry, probably I'll start thinking about it either Monday. I'll start a story at least on Monday, and hopefully come up with enough stuff where I can make a full episode for this what if movie. I'm on lengthwise when sorry, lengthwise I want at least to get a full hour. I'm gonna try to go a little more than that, but the minimum is an hour long. This will cover all of Izuku, my vampire Deku, life before the start of the series, before he went to Japan, and all the background on how he met certain characters, and I'll go into the scene of the village being massacred and some other stuff I want to flap in there. I just created the thumbnail today because this is a prequel movie. I think it's what it is, but I'm not totally sure. I don't really remember right now. But because it's a movie based off Izuku's past, I had to make a different thumbnail for it. So this is the thumbnail for the What If movie. Now, I don't know when it's going to get released because it's going to be my first doing a What If movie. So I don't know how this is going to work. I might do some parts one day, then do another part the other day. I don't know. We'll see once I start getting into making the movie. Let's see how that goes. But let's get on to our what if. As Izuku wipes some blood off his face, as he spits some blood end up getting in his saliva. As where we left off the last part, as Izuku's interesting. This is going to be a lot more fun now. I guess I have to take off my. I guess I have to take off the kids' gloves now. As Izuku get into a stance that Shinso's not familiar with, nor is anyone else in the arena. As Shinso charges Izuku, as Izuku leans to the left, as he uppercuts him. Sorry. As Izuku dodges the right hook, as Izuku ducks underneath him, uppercuts him with the back of his palm, as Shinso goes up in the air, as Shinso falls to the ground, as Izuku goes in a sprint, jumps up, as he dives down with his fist, trying to hit Shinso in the face, as Shinso rolls to the side, as Deku hits the ground hard, his fist, as ow. Shinzo knowed if he got hit by that last attack, he would have been knocked out cold. So as he gets some distance, as he jumps backwards, they're pretty close. Well, they're not too far away each other as they're circling around the ring, looking for an opening. I think it's time to end this, Shinso. Don't get me wrong. I'm having a blast. I would like to fight you again someday. As Shinjo nods, as Shinjo charges Izuku, as Shinjo knocks him aside the face, grabs on his shoulders, knees him in the stomach. As Izuku steps back a little bit, as he starts, he's winded by that. As Shinjo goes into forward attack, as Izuku kept his eye on Shinjo the whole time, as he elbows him in the face, as he, sorry, as he grabs his arm, as he continues to kick Shinjo's side, either the side, a couple headshots and a couple rib shots. As Izuku jumped up, kneed him in the face, as he goes flying, not out of the ring. He's still on the ring. As Midnight was asking if he's all right to continue, as Shinjo slowly gets up, coughing up blood. Shinjo gets up as he's like, I refuse to give up. As he gets in a fighting stance, as Izuku had enough of this. As Izuku charges Shinjo, there's a lot of charging, but as Shinjo goes to swing, as Izuku catches his fist, as he nails him in the, as he right hooks Shinjo in the face, grabs his shoulder, knees him in the stomach. As Izuku continually nail Shinjo in the face back and forth a lot for about 4 or 5 combinations, to straight up headshots. As Izuku goes and knees him in the side of the ribs, as Shinjo flops. He's not down for the count. He's still on his feet, barely. As Izuku gets close to him, as he grabs onto his shoulders, as he headbutts him straight in the noggin, as he's flopping around, as Izuku spin kicks him back to the head, as he goes flying across the arena, as his body stops, as Midnight called the fight KO. Izuku dusts himself off as he walks off the stage. No worse for wear. He got hit bruises, but Recovery Girl could easily, patch it up later on. As Izuku goes into the waiting room, as he hears someone behind him, as he's like, I see, you improved in your hand-to-hand combat, I see, little brother. Smart move on your part. Not exposing any of your abilities. But don't let that get to your head. That's not... They might not know what your quirk is, but there's some pretty tough opponents in this year's sports festival. Don't worry, sis. I'm not letting that get to my head. I didn't use my quirk not because I don't want people to know my abilities. To give my opponent a fair fight, nothing more. Because considering his quirk isn't combat based, it would be completely pointless to use my quirk. It would be it would be boring. Well, you might excuse me, sister. I have to get ready to see. I have to observe the next match. Izuku walks away as his, as I think I named her Kennedy. I think it was. Yeah, it was. As Kennedy's like, brother, don't forget, mom's watching. As Izuku turns around, what you mean, mom's watching? Mom's on security duty on the sports festival, so she's observing your performance. Don't embarrass our family. As she walks off, she likes getting the last word and everything. So now we won't go much into details into the other fights with Deku and Ida. That went very simple. He caught his reversal burst attack, grabbed it, then just tossed him outside the ring. So that's like, and Araka still got the same treatment from Bakugo because he's a douche. So got to do Bakugo and Bakugo things. Now for Momo, because of I'm just Momo would actually I don't know if she would, don't know, he did train she did oh sorry she did train with Izuku quite a bit, not as much as Shoto, but enough for her to gain some combat experience. So Izuku would want to implement her into martial arts and using the bow staff because she seemed to like that. That seemed to her favorite type of weapon. And with her creation quirk, anything she can't take out on hand to hand, she just use her creation quirk to for certain situations like Dark Shadow, flashbang, done. So as her eyes widen when she learns her next opponent, it's Izuku. As Shota's like, what am I gonna do, Momo? Sorry, sorry, Momo's like, what am I gonna do, Shota? I got that mixed up. Sorry. I mean, I'll still fight, but Izuku's basically a ice generator. As Shota's trying to give her advice, what to do, she basically tells Momo to stick to her strength. Before we get into the match, by some luck, uh, Monoma made it into the next match. So did Kendo. I'm just adding, so it makes sense. So it's not just straight up, one after another of Izuku fights. So Bakugo will go up against Monoma, and Shota will go against Kendo. You have Momo as she's trying to shake the nerves off, as she's trying to psych herself up, as they announce the match needs to begin, as she breathes in and breathes out slowly, while her eyes is closed, as she opens them, as she continues to walk down the hall, as she gets down to arena, as she sees Izuku waiting for her. The moment they start, as midnight starts the match, as Momo jumps backwards in mid-flight, she creates a bow staff. As she created some other things behind her back. All right, Momo, let's see what you got. She's, I gotta be on my toes on this one. She might not have a combat-based quirk, but that creation quirk is no joke. She's smart. She has something up her sleeve. As Izuku creates a bow staff out of ice, as Momo comes in for a charge, as Izuku's getting ready to counter her move, as she what she's holding behind her back, she throws them. As Izuku, oh crap, as it's flashbangs, as Momo comes in for a strike, as Izuku barely had enough time to dodge, no to block. As the dust clears, as Momo sees her plan didn't work, as Izuku smiles, see you've improved in your ability with the bow staff. Your strikes are a lot more powerful now. You know, the whole time she's never had any emotion, but she gives him a gentle smile, especially how our midnight sparring would go. As she teases Izuku, as not a lot of people hear what they're saying. They're pretty quiet. As Izuku hears something cling on the ground, as he looks down, as the ball explodes, as it's a smoke bomb. As Momo creates a breathing mask, as she gets some distance, as Izuku jumps out of the smoke, as it covers the arena, as Izuku throws his right arm out, cutting the smoke or whatever the tear gas or whatever smoke bomb, as it all evaporates using wind manipulation. Not really, but winning using wind pressure. As we cut to the arena, as Izuku's in perfect distance for Momo's long range attacks with her bow staff. He's right at the hit range. If he just step back a little bit, he would be outside the hit range. But as she charges in, as she continually attack Izuku with her bow staff, as Izuku's blocking every attack as it's getting faster. You have Izuku continually hitting Momo with his ice bow staff, as Momo's trying to do her best to either block or reflect any of Izuku's attacks. As Izuku's like, it's like I can't hold back on with her, but yet at the same time, I don't want to hurt her. So, oh, damn it. As he's trying to figure out a way to end this fight with the less damage to Momo possible. As I forget where we left off. Give me a second here. As Izuku used his staff to slash upwards, as that made Momo lose grip of her staff. As that was enough distraction for Izuku to sneak behind her and chop her the back of the neck. As Momo falls down, as Izuku catches her and picks her up and takes her to a recovery a girl office at the sports festival, as everyone's confused, like what the hell happened. As everyone lost track of Izuku for a second, and he appeared at the back of Momo. Now the fight between Shota and Totoro, sorry, Shota and Kendo. Kendo would break a lot of the ice, but once Shota decides to throw fire in the mix, yeah, she easily got dominated. So Bakugo versus Monoma. Bakugo beats Monoma like severely. Even even if he copied his quirk, like I don't see him like winning that at all. I mean, he might put up a fight, but Bakugo has far more experience with his quirk. And I don't want Momo to win, so I want Bakugo. So as Bakugo, schools Momo on the arts of being a true asshole. Especially when Bakugo found out that his quirk is to copy other quirks, so Bakugo doesn't like those sort of quirks for some reason. So I think Bakugo would see it. Your quirk is only to to take power from other people. So that's what his mindset would be around Monoma's abilities. A lot of the heroes are impressed with this new lot of upcoming heroes, especially Izuku, uh, Momo, and Shota. They've took notice, and Shinso, of course, because Izuku had him display more of his abilities, not his quirk, but his combat prowess. So he'll get a nice, recommendation from from a hero. So he's good. And as we go into the medic bay, as Izuku puts down Momo, as as they took like a couple hour break before they continue on with the tournament or the sports festival, as Momo finally gained consciousness, as Izuku's with her the whole time. As Momo looks down, as she's like, "I lost." As Izuku tilts her head up, as he's like, "Don't be embarrassed that you lost. Use what you learn from this loss and improve." Anyways, I didn't really want to, whack my girlfriend around with a ice. I forget what it was now. A ice bow staff. Speaking of your quirk, why didn't you use it fully on me? You could have won that easily, Izuku. As Izuku, I don't want to. I wasn't going to freeze you. That would defeat the whole purpose of you being in the tournament. As she's, gives a puzzling look. What do you mean, Izuku? You you display enough of your abilities in this tournament to you've probably caught a couple eye from a couple of the heroes. After all, the heroes were watching. As she clicks it together. As as Momo gets closer to Izuku, as she's like, "But thank you for taking me serious enough with that fight we had, or that little that one on one we had. Your plan was it was impressive, Momo, quite impressive. The way you handled the beginning of the match, very sneaky of you." As Momo smiles as you hear, it's like, "Why, you two? You might as well get a room." As he pulls the little privacy curtain that separates the other beds, as he slides it over, as he sees Shinso nursing his his injuries. Izuku goes over to Momo, kisses her on the cheek, as he sits. As he there's a chair next to Shinso's bed. "Shinso, see you're up and moving by now." As he's like, "Yeah, you're kind of vicious when you want to be." As Izuku laughs. Momo hasn't seen Izuku laugh like that very rarely. With them, well, she's never seen him, have a good time or just, be a normal, be a normal, be normal for his age because he's always, doing something, and plus with his duties at the for the Hero Suppressed Task Force. So he's a busy bee. Sorry about that, man. But you did get some solid hits on me. I was quite impressed. The moment like the during the match where you switched techniques or switch fighting styles, that took me off by surprise. I wasn't expect anyone to know more than one martial arts style. Thanks, Midoriya. Even though I lost in the first match, I hope I hope the pros saw enough of me to consider me for a internship. Don't worry, I expect you caught the eye of one of the heroes. I could guarantee you that. As unknown to Shinso, Inko took a notice of Shinso's ability from not even sorry, his his ability was his hand-to-hand combat without even using the quirk. So she took notice of him. So she's gonna send an internship towards Shinso. Anyways, Midoriya, I wanted to ask you about the card you gave me. As Izuku's, what's on your mind, Shinso? I don't want to like. I want to be a hero. That's kind of been my dream my whole life. But yet, this opportunity for the Heroes Press Task Force sounds interesting. But I can't really abandon my dreams to be a hero. I just can't do that. I sacrifice way too much to throw it all away now. As Izuku, that's a pity. Oh, before I have an idea, why don't you do both? I'm doing it, so it shouldn't be that hard. As Momo's like, oh, hi, Izuku, Izuku, as Momo, gets up, as she wraps her arm around Izuku, from she's standing right up back of him. Sorry, she's standing right behind him as she wraps her arms around him, and she's like, Izuku, not everyone's a workaholic like you. Very well. As Izuku sighs, I mean, talk to my if you really want to do both, I suggest you call the number, get in contact with the director, and talk with her of your just talk to her. Despite the way despite how imitating she could be, she's not all that bad. But anyway, Shinto, there's no rush. Think it over, and when you made up your mind, give the number a call. I only scouted you for the Hero Suppressed Task Force because you have a very useful ability, useful quirk, and plus with your combat prowess, you would do well in the ranks. That's all I'm trying to do, Shinzo. I'm not trying to, you know, shift you towards the Hero Suppressed Task Force. If you want to be a hero and do that, I'm sure it could be arranged. He looks over to Momo that she's wrapped around him as Izuku's and you. As he grabs her, lifts her up, as here and you need to stay in bed. As he yeah, Momo's like, I'm fine, Izuku. No, you're not. You're not going to leave that spot until, the recover girl says so. As recover girl comes in and heals whatever energy she has, gives Momo a clear bill of health, told her not to do any more serious exercises today. So, she won't be doing a whole lot except for, watching the rest of the sports festival. I think I'm going to stop it here because I want to think on the next match how I'm gonna do it. I don't want it to be a clear cut match. I want to be a little more interesting with Deku's Winter Wonderland ability. So I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging my time zones. All right, bye.